You guys have been doing quite a bit of work. Welcome to Computer Graphics and slash or Intro to Photo. So the last assignment that we worked on was a I do, you do, we do, which is just simply the demonstration while you guys are also working. So you had to create a new file. Don't forget, once you create the new file, you'll get the new document window here. If you click on print, print will give you various templates and you can see everything that it has to offer, and you can also see these other options up here as well. My most recent things are here as well. We were using a letter size document, so you can simply come over here and put 8.5 by 11. I suggest this only so you guys can continue to remember. It becomes easy to remember things when you do it repetitively. So you also had to create a title, and I just gave you guys Illustrator practice. I will always give you a title, and you can even put your name on here, so then I know that it's yours when you upload it. And since everything's under account, I'm gonna know anyway. We went over the orientations that Illustrator has to offer. We have a portrait and we have landscape. We have artboards here. Artboards, you can have more than one. We started off with just one. Units. We always work in inches, so please make sure anytime you create a new document, that you make sure that you are working in inches. We talked briefly about color mode here. CMYK is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Those are the colors that are for printing. RGB are the colors that are in the screen. Red, green, blue, mixed with white creates a spectrum to get the colors that you see on all monitors, TVs as well. Then we have 300 ppi. It used to be dpi, but I guess I decided to make sure that the language stayed so that it's pixels per inches. Like I said, it used to be dots per inches, but pixels are dots, but now they've moved to pixels per inch. And then you press create. I have a lot of windows open. If you don't want windows open, you can simply just click on the little X that's on the top. I love this little menu here. It's also contextual based on what's going to be on the screen, but you can always pull it to the side. For now, I'm going to keep color and layers. The first thing you did was you made sure that your control panel is open, your layers are open, and your advanced toolbar. Don't forget that if it looks like this and you still have all of your tools here, just make sure you go back here to get the double column. If at any time you don't see any of the windows, you will simply go to Window and you'll have them all here. Next, you are asked to choose your favorite color. Mine is yellow. This is your color here, or your hue, and this is your value. I press OK. You could have a stroke, and I'm going to go with orange, just for some contrast, but it's still in the warm colors. We will talk about that soon. We were using the ellipse tool, which is on the same tool as the rectangle tool, and it's simply called the shape tools for the most part. You came over to your artboard. You click, hold, and drag to create the petal, and you notice the bounding box. We use the rotate tool next. Rotate tool is over here, and usually if you drag your cursor across any of the tools, you get this small little animation with the title of the tool, as well as the shortcut, and even a brief description of what the tool does. Once you click the rotate tool, you'll notice that there's a little blue crosshair in the middle of your object, and that's where the orientation for the rotation usually starts in the middle of the object. So right now, if I wanted to just rotate the object itself, it rotates from the center. If I needed it to rotate from the top, I'll just click here and it rotates from the top. And it's just a simple click to move the orientation point. And so now that's the bottom, just so you understand that. So back to the top, back to the middle, click once, crosshair. You'll see the little blue dot. I had to just to move over just a little bit to the left so that you can see when you hold down the Option key, you get this double arrow. Double arrow just means that you're going to duplicate and slash or clone. I like the word clone. Click, hold, and drag to the left. Let go of the mouse first, then let go of the Option key. From there, the next thing was to use Command D to transform again. So once you click, you held, and you dragged, you made a copy of the original, but you also did a transformation as far as the position of that particular petal that was next. Illustrator recorded that, so it knows exactly how far you went to the left in degrees. We can go over that later too. I tried to give you guys too much information, like the background information at once, so everything is up front so you know it's working, but we'll look at all of the positions and things of that sort at a later date. So from here you hit Command D, and usually I'll just hold down the Command D with my thumb and get my forefinger to hit the D and just keep going back and forth. I can do one more. So now you have the petals for your flower. The next thing is that you use the Live Paint Bucket tool, which is K on your keyboard, because you guys used it quite a bit when you are working on your low poly. So K goes to the Live Paint Bucket tool. Who can tell me what's happening right now? The only thing that's selected right now is this particular object. Notice how it's the only thing that lit up. I'm gonna press Escape to get to another tool. Click on another tool. Sorry. Select everything. Just click, hold, and drag. Now everything's selected. Now hit K on the keyboard. Click once. And so now if I move my cursor, now all of the little pieces that were created while I did my transformation, now I can fill it with color. So I can come over here, choose colors. That's why I have my color palette open here. And notice that right now the colors are not changing, which is great. Sometimes when you have it selected and you choose a color, the whole object actually changes colors as well. If that happens, just click off, come back to the color panel here, and it should work from there. So you just choose your various colors. I'm just gonna grab green, come back over here, and then I can begin to start coloring in my petals. And you continue this until you complete it. And this is the first step of us creating our flower design.